Okay. So, where did I come from? I came from a small little village called Mulla in County Cavan. And when I look back at my life, I say, my God, how did God take me out of that small little village and plant me in Hong Kong? I've been here for 65 years, and it has been a great, what do you say, I learned a lot when I was here. One of the things I wanted to do was to go to Zambia, and it was, of course, we went to see the provincial about our assignments, whether we were going to teach in the school or not. And he asked me, he said, what would you like to do? I said, I'd like to go to Zambia. Why? Because Joe, what's his name? The Mungret, he died young. Can't remember his name at the moment. But anyway, because he was writing to me from Zambia, and so it made me interested in what was the work there. But when when the provincial asked me about that, I said I'd like to go to Zambia. Well, he said, you're not going to Zambia.
Yeah.
There's only one person going to Zambia. And of course that was Tom McGivern.
I see. Amazing.
Yes.
That was
So
Joe Conway, was it?
Joe Conway,
Yeah,
that's right. I then went to, he said, would you like to go to Hong Kong? And I said, okay. So that was 1953. So we came to Hong Kong. I suppose my first great experience in a way was coming out of Ireland to travel across the world, if you like, to a place like Hong Kong, which had a different language, a different food, different customs, different weather. They had typhoons. It was a complete change for me. And then, of course, we tried to spend 2 years learning the language, which was not easy. But I learned most of my language through teaching with a lot of preparation in 2 primary schools in Zhengzhou. And then after that we went back to Ireland for theology, but I brought some Chinese books with me, but to be honest, I never looked at them when I was there. So we came back in 61, and in 61 I asked to be sent out to the language school again for a year. And of course I went there, but I was given a lot of other jobs, so it meant I didn't have to spend too much time learning the language. Anyway, I think that was a good experience for me, and I have enjoyed the work here, especially being involved in the education. I think in 1992, when I finished as the principal of YN Kowloon, I went on sabbatical. And one part of that sabbatical I spent in Manresa, where I did the long retreat again. This was my 3rd long retreat.
Wow.
And it was Peter Hannon who was my director.
Manresa, Dublin, huh?
In Dublin, yeah. So, of course, I enjoyed Manresa, and especially the walks in St. Anne's Park beside it. It was really beautiful. And I think another interesting part of my life was when I came back from Ireland after the sabbatical, I was asked to help Jenny Go as the assistant secretary for East Asia Oceania, as it was called then, Jesuit Conference on Education. And that required me to go to Japan, Korea, Philippines, Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, Mauritius, and even Ireland. We ended up in Ireland. So it was, I enjoyed giving these workshops on, of course, pedagogy and Ignatian pedagogy and staff development, especially in the Catholic schools. So I think another highlight, if you like, is experiencing the loyalty and the dedication and the gratitude of the past students. I think it's unbelievable. They're so dedicated to us and so grateful to us for the education that they have received. And one of the things that they have done is, because they knew that quite a number of us were getting old and sick, they established what is called the Jesuit Nursing Fund, where they are able to help us to pay for medical expenses. So another thing which I felt was again a sign of their great generosity was the foundation of the YN1 Family Foundation, which supported the schools for the last 10 years. And it has made such a big difference, meaning that we could employ more teachers and have smaller classes. And of course that money also helped to develop a lot of our activities like music and athletics, swimming, and of course a lot of the games. So they have been very, very generous to us. Ultimately they raised 120 million, which was an amazing amount of money to get together. Now, of course, because we thought at that time that we would invest the money and from the interest we'd be able to support the two schools. But of course the economy went down and we were left depending on the capital that we had. But again, the capital gradually went down because we gave 4 million to each school each year, which was a lot of money. I think that there are lots of other things in my life that I'm very grateful for, and especially now as I get older, the goodness of the doctors to me. They have been very, very generous, and they pay the expenses. They never charge me. So again, it's a sign of their gratitude. I think when we had the team for trying to, after we met in Manila on the pedagogy, Ignatian pedagogy, we came back and we formed, we had 8 teams of presenters. And during one year we did nearly 200 schools. Amazing that time. So the dialogue on teaching as a service is still continuing, even to this day. So it's amazing. So yeah, I think that's
thank you so much.
yeah.